Friends, hello. How's it going out there? How we doing? Okay, we're still making a lot of money. The market's still going crazy. The S&P 500 just broke an all-time high. Bitcoin keeps breaking highs. Dogecoin back up. Crypto's going crazy. It's like we're in a different universe compared to where we were just months ago. I tell you what here, there is no doubt when people said it doesn't matter who your president is, with the stock market, I think that's obviously not true at this point. I think we're seeing that it does matter who is influential over the market. So with that, we're talking about DJT. I'm going to talk about Sound too, because tomorrow's a pretty big day with Sound, but obviously I'll talk more about Sound tomorrow when we see the quarterlies come out here. But DJT, let's talk about DJT and what's going on here. So I don't think it's, unnoticeable. Trump mania is still going through the roof. The market's still going crazy. The market's still like, we're going. I mean, it's going so hard right now. Everything's going skyrocketing that we're all going, can it go much higher? Like, is this normal? Like, I literally had people texting me like, is this normal for this market? Like, dude, we've never been here before. Okay, like, listen, Daddy's not even back in the White House yet. Big T-Pain here, and everything he's doing right now is affecting the market. Obviously the situation is, the zeitgeist is that Trump is coming back here. He's coming back in January. So even if we do see a reset here, a sell off in the market towards the end of the month, I think somewhere in December, the market's got to have somewhat of a sell off. It's just got to, because we usually see a regrouping here in December before the new year. People are getting their taxes right, they're taking profit, they're selling out, getting rid of their bags, yada, yada. But right now, we're not seeing the market slow down. So it's leaving a lot of us going like, God, like I want to put money in the market somewhere, but everything's so expensive. Palantir, Nvidia, is this smart to put money in this stuff right now, or are we gonna have a pullback in the market? I imagine there's gonna be a pullback, but I just, no one knows when at this point, okay? No one knows when. The market was supposed to crash here a while back. It didn't crash. It's still going. So talking about DJT here, I don't want to obviously talk over myself too much. I've talked so much about this stock and what I think it's going to do, and most of what I'm going to talk about here is what I'm planning on with this stock. Okay, so this is what I'm planning on, but here are the breadcrumbs that we're seeing right now with what's going on with Trump media here. So one thing that is very interesting with the stock is that it's keeping this $30 mark, and it's always like this $33 to $36 mark. This is where it played most of this year, especially over the summer. Every time we had some good news with Trump, it would jolt up and then have gradually come back down. But this is pretty much the playground with this stock majority of the year. Now, this stock, don't kid yourself, it's still very much in a non-real situation. Okay, it's very highly manipulated still. Okay, but what we're seeing is that people are not letting it go. It's not having a huge sell-off right now, which I'm kind of what I'm betting on with the stock right now is that it does have a huge sell-off. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to come just because I want that and I'm being selfish, and I'll explain why I want that. But the fact that the stock is keeping this $33 ground and gradually trying to go back, it's picking up steam again. It's picking up some volume. It's picking up interest again. And I would not be surprised to see this stock, continue to go up slowly here. And this has kind of been the rhetoric I've kind of been saying here. Like, listen, it's unpredictable. No one knows what this thing is going to do. It doesn't even follow the market. The market, when, in the past here, just weeks ago, when the market was falling apart, this stock was the only stock in the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ that was doing well, because it's just manipulated, and it's still manipulated. And I don't say that to be mean. It's just the way it is, and that's totally okay right now, because where there's manipulation and FOMO and all that, there's a lot of money to be made. So there's still a lot of money to be made in this stock. Now, here's my game plan with the stock, okay? The fact that Trump won the election is a whole new situation. This company, the stock, has a future now, okay? This is why I was telling people, like, listen, we've had our fun. If Trump doesn't win the election, get out, run for the hills, take what you can, leave town, because they will, the media, the new president will demolish what this stock is, what this company is, okay? But that's not what we're talking about now, okay? This is a whole different bag of donuts here. So now, this could be an investment into the future. There's two things that I'm looking at here with this stock, okay? And this is where I want to be careful what, I don't want to put lies out there, but I just want to mentally, this is what I'm thinking with the stock right now, okay? This is where I'm at mentally with the stock. Obviously, for the person on here leaving the comment right now, I can hear, well, they're not, this is not a smart investment. They're not making quarterlies. They're not making a lot of money and blah, blah, blah. I know. Trust me. I know. That's why I said it's still being pushed by FOMO, by hype. And that's okay. I think the majority of us here know that, and we're okay with that. Here's the situation. Why I talked about a market pullback here. If we can see a general market pullback, which usually comes in December, but since this is going right into an election month of January where we will have a new president, not to mention the most successful president when it comes to pushing the market, which is Trump, we could see this go to all-time highs. That's why I've said $100, because it is very possible that in January this could be the biggest push with this stock we will ever see. So one and done essentially here in January. But with that, my plan with this is I'm waiting to see if somewhere in December the market starts to panic a little bit. People need Christmas money. People want to get out of their bags. People want to change positions. And we start to see some market pullback here, okay? We start to see a little bit of sell-off. People have been doing good. People are making a lot of money in the market right now. They want it. They want that money. They want that money. We're going to start to see people take some profit, okay? Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But with that, it could lead to a little bit of a market pullback. Now, like I said, Trump media does what it wants to do. It does not follow the market. But I would not be surprised to see this lose a little bit of hype. We're going to lose Trump hype here for a moment. It should die down, I would think. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say that. It kind of sounds stupid saying that right now because it just keeps going, especially with him building his cabinet right now. With that being said, we should see some die down here soon, okay? We should see this calm down a little bit here. I'm waiting for $20. I'm waiting to see if we can get to 20 and then bleed a little more to $15. If we can get to 15, can we get to $12? Now, selfishly, why am I wanting it to go to those prices? Because I want to take a lot of capital and I want to buy as much as I can if this thing goes into the teens. Why? Because I know when Inauguration Day comes up here, leading up to that, this stock is going to be running on high octane fuel, okay? It's going to be going crazy. Now, obviously, Inauguration Day, that is on Martin Luther King Day, so market will not be open that day. So remember that. But that Friday beforehand, Tuesday after inauguration, the market's going to be open and the market's going to be cooking. No matter what, we always know that when there is a new president-elect, in January, the market goes haywire just because of new policies, this, that, whatever. Everyone's excited. It is what it is. So with that, this situation is going to be even more intense because we have Trump, and we're already seeing crazy numbers with this right now with Trump, winning the presidency. So with that, this is why I don't know that we're going to make it to 100. But if we're going to make it to 100, this could be the time here in January where Trump is inaugurated as the 47th president again. This could be what pushes the stock to 100. I wish I could look into the future and tell you, yes, I see it as $100. But all I can say right now is if it's going to happen, this is when it's going to happen. This is when the stock's going to hit stupid numbers, okay? So I'm waiting like a tiger in tall grass right now. I'm waiting to see if it can struggle. I want to see the stock struggle. Now, obviously, the stock could go to $40 tomorrow. It could do something big here. And it looks like it's trying to do something here right now. It looks like it's trying to get back into a middle ground with these 30s, like a 36, 37. It very well could, but it could very well sell down too. So the problem that we're seeing right now with the stock is that Trump hype is not stopping. As long as Trump hype keeps going, it's just the stock's gonna keep doing well because people are gonna be talking about it. They're gonna be talking about Trump. That right now, I mean, as Trump starts to build out his cabinet here, and obviously it is the main topic in the whole world right now. Trump media here is just gonna keep rising. So, with that, here's what I want to say. okay, we get to January. I think a lot of us, we're going to sell out regardless, okay? There will be a sell-off after January. Don't kid yourself. Don't be naive to that situation. There will be a sell-off. So January, Trump's inaugurated, hits all-time highs, boom, we sell. Profit, we're happy, start of the year, we got some capital in our pockets here. Okay, great. I am curious to see, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say this, okay? And I know this is where I'm going to get in trouble with people, and people are going to maybe mad with me, but we could see this stock, and this is going completely against what I've said the last 4 years with this stock, if Trump won. But how the stock is reacting now is kind of showing what may happen all of 2025. This stock may not care about money. It may not care about earnings. It may not care about deals. This stock could just be a hype play all of 2025. I mean, we could run a whole year with this stock here, Trump Media, DJT, just pushed by investors. It could be sitting at $33 all year, $44, $55, back to $20, pushed up to $35. It could be the same kind of story because of just the hype around Trump and the market. I say that because I don't, the investor inside of me wants to tell you after January that this stock is probably going to go back to $10 to $15 until it finds a strong investor group. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think I would be lying to you, lying to myself. There's going to be a sell-off after January. There's no doubt about that. After Trump gets inaugurated, it's going to cool down. It's going to cool down. Don't be naive to that thought. Don't get caught in a hot, like if this thing hits $100, take your profit and get out of Dodge. Okay, don't be crazy and hold that thing. Take your money. Okay. I would not be surprised to see this thing play around 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks all year of 2025. I think it may do that. And obviously, I know we're not talking about quarterlies. I know we're not talking about earnings. I just think it's going to be pushed by investors all year. I really do. I think it's just going to be a hype play all year. And that's okay because it leaves a lot of opportunity for people to make a lot of money this year off of it. Now, obviously, it's going to be, it's going to have halts around it. I would imagine that's been our biggest roadblock right now with the stock is the halts. And obviously we haven't had a halt here lately. But when it picks up hard here, it will more than likely they'll halt it. I mean, they're watching it 100%. So that's kind of where I'm at. I hope some of that helped mentally. That's when I've broke this stock down in my mind, trying to think like, what do I want to do with this? Okay, what do I want to do with this stock? Is this something that I want to sit in? Do I want to keep capital in this stock at $33 for the whole year? I don't know. I don't know that I want to. Or do I want to buy in, buy out, buy in, buy out? Is that what I want to do? To me right now, this still is a play of buying low, sell high, buying low, selling high. Because it still leaves so much opportunity to make just fresh profit off of it weekly. Even if you're buying it, on a Monday, selling on a Wednesday, Friday, and then just repeating the process because the volatility on this stock is so enormous, it leaves room for error and to not really get caught in it, if that makes any sense. So if you're, and this is the last thing I'll say about DJT here. Listen. Don't panic sell at the moment, okay? If you were buying in 2 weeks ago at like $45, $55, obviously you do what you need to do with your money, but there is going to be, in January here, I am so confident with what I've been following the stock for 4 to 5 years now, okay? I'm so confident that this stock is going to hit insane numbers here in January. That's why I am betting so much on it right now when it comes to January. So right now, I'm waiting on the sidelines for it to hit some teen numbers here, okay? I want to see 15. I'll take 18 at this point. But I'm looking for 15, 13, 10. I'm looking for these low numbers. I'm wanting to see the stock bleed off, okay? I want you to panic. I want those weak hands out there to sell, okay? Now, that's the cutthroat investor in me where I go, yeah, that's right. Just panic. Get rid of your shares. You know why? Because I want them for cheap. I want them. And I'm going to swoop in here and I'm going to buy this thing on the cheap and I'm going to hold it until January, okay? But but obviously I say this to the people that with just are panicking and we can't and had no patience. Okay, they're out there. But if you can hold on, if you can wait until this thing shows signs of lack of confidence with investors, that's when you swoop in. Okay, SoundHound. I don't want to talk too much about SoundHound because tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow are the quarterlies being released after market close. So right now, analysts have this thing they have it showing good quarterlies. That's what they're expecting. And we're all expecting that. I don't think that's too much. We're not expecting them to miss quarterlies, okay? But we're not expecting SoundHound to come out with face-melting quarterlies, okay? Now, here's the situation with that. A lot of AI stocks this year have been just completely surprising investors, analysts, all this, and coming out with quarterlies and being like, by the way, here's some insane, bombshell quarterlies. So, could that be what SoundHound's about to do here? I don't know. But the stock is going freaking nuts here because, I was telling people this a month ago. SoundHound is going to get real expensive real fast, and that's what it's doing. So here's what I'm thinking as a fellow investor of SoundHound who was buying in cheap. When SoundHound releases its quarterlies tomorrow, if they're just, hey, we met quarterlies, they're going good over here, we're good, we're expecting this next year, blah blah blah, everything's good, solid foundation, we're moving along, we're chugging along here, good, great, grand. All right, whatever. The stock will it's at almost $8 at this point. We've seen SoundHound at $8 before. This isn't like new ground. Tomorrow, regular quarterlies, nothing crazy. Meet good quarterlies. The stock, more than likely, I would expect going into December here, will probably sell back down to around $6.50 to $5.50. Okay? That's what I'm expecting. So, I would personally not buy in tomorrow at like this. If this thing goes into $8, even at these $7 prices, kind of a gamble that they're going to come out with some insane quarterly. Okay, but I don't say that. I'm not saying that to be like bearish on it. I am the most pro bullish person you're going to find on Sound. I'm drinking the juice. Like, I want you to understand. Like, I'm in the cult. I'm drinking the juice. SoundHound. Like, I am there. I am praising it. Okay, but I do want to be realistic that these are very high numbers right now with SoundHound that I love, but I cannot confidently tell people to buy SoundHound at these very high prices. Now, what I do suspect is that SoundHound will come out with these quarterlies. They'll be good. We're hoping, and that it will run probably Wednesday. Have a good day. But slowly we will see it trickle back down to around a $6.50, $5.50 on a bad day. Maybe a little lower than that, who knows, on a really bad market day. But gradually with these new quarterlies that are coming out, and that should be good, SoundHound's going to start to work up from here, okay? Because even at $5.50, $6.50, that's still very expensive and a very good number from where SoundHound was even 2-3 months ago, okay? I was talking about SoundHound 2-3 months ago when it was at $4, okay? So if you were buying in at $4 just months ago, okay, now we're at $7. Real big markup there. Double your money. Okay, so think about 6 months from now in 2025. SoundHound could easily be at this $8 to $10 mark here with 2 quarterlies from tomorrow's quarterly, okay? Especially when we see the quarterly tomorrow to really project what we're going to be dealing with here going in 2025. Listen, SoundHound is going to do well into the future. This is a very, very growing, aggressive growing company right now, okay? So do not kid yourself about that. So I don't want people to think like I'm like backtracking on SoundHound here. Like I said, I'm drinking the juice here, but I want to be very realistic. Like, they're more than likely what we're expecting just to release okay quarterlies. Now, let's say they do release my face-melting quarterlies. Okay, that's a different conversation, okay? They're probably going to go to they're going to keep the $8 and they're going to go to $10, okay? If they do something insane. Or if they release some kind of news like they're getting some new huge contract, yeah, that's going to really bump things up. So, either way, if you're in SoundHound for the long term here, for long, haul, you're going to be fine, okay? I just keep it in the back of your portfolio. In a year or two, you'll be happy. You'll be real happy. Friends, I'm going to shut up now. I wish all of you the best of luck. I am excited. This market is crazy. We're going to be telling our children about this market right now. I mean, it's insanity what is going on right now. I mean, I just got a Bitcoin almost at 90. I just got a thing. Bitcoin's at $90,000. As I'm sitting here yapping my gums. All right, friends. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good luck. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.